If you're a regular viewer of Hall County Connection, you no doubt have noticed I'm not Nikki Young. Hi, I'm Rick Foote, substituting for Nikki, who is out on a very special assignment. On our show today, we'll be discussing the Keep Hall Beautiful Tree Replacement Fund, the Spring Chicken Festival coming up this spring, and the digital TV switch and what that means to you. Does it mean anything to you? You'll have to stick around to find out. With me now is Cindy Reed, Executive Director of Keep Hall Beautiful.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Dave Ruska of the Hall County Master Gardeners.
Good to be here.
Now, Dave, I'm going to get back to you in just a moment, but first, it's
Sure.
ladies first. So, Cindy, tell me about your involvement with Keep Hall Beautiful.
I am the director, and I started about this time last year, so I've been there for about a year now.
And the folks probably want to know what kinds of things Keep Hall Beautiful does. Can you describe some things you do?
Of course, we are a Keep America Beautiful affiliate, and we do litter pickups, we do beautification projects, we also do electronic recycling events and educational programs.
Now, the obvious thing is I want to know is about this tree replacement fund. How did it get started?
It was created a couple of years ago, and it was designed to help nonprofits, government, schools, and parks to plant trees in our area.
What kinds of projects have you funded? Can you give us some examples?
Sure. This year we funded the Challenge Child. They have a playground that they planted some trees on, some shade trees for the children. We also have a couple of schools that received grants. And we also, last year we did Gillsville City Park, planted some trees, and the City of Oakwood along the median in some of the road work they're doing, planted some trees.
Now, how many years has this been going on?
This is the second year of funding, and we're gearing up. We are about to have our Spring Chicken Festival, as you mentioned.
I want to ask you about that. Does that fund the tree replacement fund?
It does. Every bit of the proceeds that we get from our Spring Chicken Festival goes directly to our Tree Replacement Fund grant program to fund these tree grants.
Now, I do want to come back to the Spring Chicken Festival in more detail, but Dave, I want to talk to you about the Master Gardeners. Can you tell me about that organization?
Yes, it's a national organization. It's sponsored by the various extension services at state universities. In our case, Hall County Master Gardeners, sponsored by UGA Extension Service. Master Gardeners were really created to provide staffing for some of the extension offices to answer the phone, call-in questions about gardening and pests in the garden and tree maintenance and pruning and so on and so forth. So often if you were to call into the extension service, more than likely a Master Gardener would answer the phone. And we're very proud of that partnership with the extension service. As a separate organization, though, we provide a number of events throughout the year to raise funds that we turn back into the community, doing various landscaping and gardening projects around the city and around Hall County. A couple years ago, for example, we put in a new garden at the main library in downtown Gainesville. One of the programs we support is the Junior Master Gardener program, and that's where the Tree Replacement Fund comes in.
Yeah, tell me about how you found out about the Tree Replacement Fund.
Well, through the Master Gardener program, Billy Skaggs, our county extension coordinator, advised us that the funds were available, and it was up to us to put in a grant application to Keep Hall Beautiful. So we did, and we were pleased and blessed that we were granted those funds. In my case, I'm working with the Junior Master Gardeners at the new Chestnut Mountain Elementary School, brand new school, totally unlandscaped. So we needed some trees to add to the landscape next to the school. So we're doing both a landscape area as well as raised bed gardens that the students can work in. They're 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders that are in the program. So twice a month we go out and work in the garden. They seem to love the worms. In fact, our students name themselves the Wonder Worms. So there's a real connection there with the worms.
And this project was funded by the Tree Replacement Fund?
Yes, a lot of the landscaping. A $1,000 grant was provided to us, which purchased a number of trees of different sizes, and as well as azaleas and small shrubs and so forth. We've now put those in place, and we'll be planting perennials around those trees and shrubs. One of the features of the landscape area is what we call an outdoor classroom, which will eventually have tables and benches for the children to sit on if the teachers want to take a class outside during nice weather and sit there and actually have the class outside. That's available and also be available for other events as well.
So tell us more about the Junior Master Gardeners and what schools have that program. Is it only in elementary schools?
There are 3 levels of the program. It's a national program, and our program is targeted specifically at the elementary schools, grades 3, 4, and 5. If the students complete the program, they would get certified as a Junior Master Gardener. But it's more for the joy and pleasure of learning about gardening. My experience and most gardeners' experience is they learn from an adult at an early age about gardening techniques, might have been a parent or a grandparent, a friend, whatever. So we think teaching young people about gardening will be a lifelong skill, and while they may not do gardening as they're growing up, someday they will return to that and recall the knowledge and experience that we've provided to them. So it's a real exciting program. The kids love it.
Great. I like gardening too, so I hope it gets more people into gardening. It's a good activity. Well, Dave, I want to thank you for joining me today, and thanks for coming to the show.
Pleased to be here.
Now, Cindy, don't go anywhere, okay, because we're coming right back after this break to talk more with Cindy Reed and maybe some other guests.
Great,
So
thank
come
you.
back shortly. Did you know all glass is not the same? There are many kinds of glass, and not all kinds are easily recycled. Commonly recycled are food and beverage container glass only, such as a clear glass bottle, a green glass bottle, a brown glass bottle, and a blue glass bottle, which goes separated with the green glass when you go to recycle that. Again, in Hall County, we only recycle food and beverage container glass. Let's look at some examples of non-recyclable glass. We have a window pane, part of one, a candle, a ceramic plate, a stock pot lid with a metal band, a glass microwave tray from a microwave oven, and lastly, a oven-proof baking dish lid. So please help keep our glass stream clear of non-recyclable glass. Until next time, keep on recycling. Welcome back. Okay, as promised, I want to come back to the Spring Chicken Festival that was mentioned earlier. Cindy is back with me, and now joining the show is Wes Wesley. Welcome to the show, Wes.
Good morning. Thank you.
Now, Cindy, how do you like our set change?
I love the newest edition. I brought this today as a just a visual from, and it's on loan from Marjack Poultry Company. They are a big supporter of the Spring Chicken Festival, and honestly, we just couldn't do it without them. So we thank them for the loan of it.
It's also very beautiful.
Thank
really
you.
dresses up things. Thanks for bringing it.